Welcome back to the Heymish Underground Music Reviews. This is episode 2. Let's just get right to it. I am Twenyohthree, founder of Heymish, and I am here with, who am I with?
The one and only, once again, Mikeymcchoppa. Same t-shirt, different day, hair wash, no grease, and we're here to review some good music from the underground.
Yep, we got 4 more songs today, 4 more artists to get to. So without further ado, let's get into the first song. All right, so the first song we have today is called Fuck Her by Ihyvody, or Ihyvody. So let's run this up and...
Whenever you're ready.
All right.
I don't wanna die, but I can't wait. Every single night you're in my brain. Told me give me loving, I would give you my life. When I'm all alone, I always stare at my knife.
So you have quite the voice and the talent for making music. I can tell you're an experienced artist just from this song alone. And I'm also impressed by your vocal mixing. I feel that your voice is the right fit for the instrumental that you chose.
Hell yeah, yeah. I agree with you because it kind of all comes together and complements each other very well.
So when I'm gone, you tell them all my story. All the days that I lived in glory. I know you miss me, baby girl, I'm torn. And I ain't coming back.
All right, overall, I have nothing bad to say about it. I feel like it's very emo rap, like the emo rap era, you know, like that's what it feels like. Personally, myself, experiencing like the SoundCloud scene in emo rap when it was alive, like you kind of lose hope for it as time goes on and you feel like emo rap is dead, but there's like a whole new group of people who are inspired by like Lil Peep and shit like that and GBC, like in today's world.
I do feel the song and its lyrical content were inspired by the emo rock peep scene, kind of like what Mikey said. I also think you nailed that concept perfectly. As I said before, you have a very good voice for this style of music. Also, the lyrical content portrays a story when listening to the lyrics and stuff, but I do feel the song could have been structured better. I wish it had like a chorus or a hook, something to kind of break it up. It doesn't have to be something crazy, just something as simple as copying part of the song, adding it to another part of the song to kind of structure it. But yeah, it was a great song.
Oh, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot.
And who are we with today?
I am Vode, aka Ihyvody. I hate you, Vode. I am a music artist. I'm a creator. I'm a passionate music person.
Vode, you submitted your song "Fuck Her" to the Heymish Underground page. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the song "Fuck Her" and its backstory?
So this song I made, basically I had gotten into a relationship with someone who I really wanted to be with. I wanted to be with them. I liked the person. This person just wasn't the best person, like at their core. They just weren't really a good person. They had a lot of bad tendencies. There were a lot of things that I just kind of ignored and pushed out of the way because I had like this fascination or infatuation with them as a human. The song is kind of about me falling in love with this person while knowing all of these bad things that are coming with falling in love with this person, hopelessly falling in love. It's kind of like the hopeless romantic ideology, I guess.
Where in the lyrics, any specific lyrics where that sentiment reflects upon, or is there any like, because you're talking about the hopeless romantic mentality, which comes off, I guess, a little less hostile than the title "Fuck Her." So I kind of want to understand the translation between that.
Originally the title of the song was not "Fuck Her." When I released this song, it was just titled "Her," and the artwork was a picture of we're not going to say this girl's face just for her sake, but it was a picture of her face that I had edited myself. After some turbulence between the two of us, I had just decided, for the sake of her, I wanted to remove her face from it. And I also changed the title because the way that I felt about her afterwards, I guess, kind of changed my mentality of how I felt about her. And this song is really a reflection of that. You can see how deep I was in love with this human and also see the contrast of when I fell out of love with this person.
It sounds like you capture like this whole arc of feeling,
I really like that explanation too, because someone listening to the song for the first time or coming across it online, they don't know that.
Right.
They don't know. So were there any like inspirations for this song? How'd you find the beat of it?
A lot of my inspirations, I have some very heavy influences. When I first started making music, I started making music because of Lil Peep and X. Those were my two biggest influences. And that definitely reflects in a lot of my music. The lyricism, the execution, the cadence, the beats, a lot of the mixing and mastering comes from similar styles, which you would hear from like emo rap and stuff like that. The beat, I think I got from the Ushanka boy. He's definitely one of the main producers I use right now for Lil Peep type beats, for sure.
Before I have you go today, I'd like you to drop all your social medias so you can shout yourself out.
Okay, yeah, sure. So Instagram is at Ihyvody, SoundCloud Ihyvody. Pretty much every platform you can find me under that surname Ihyvody. Yeah, all platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, Amazon Music, YouTube, pretty much everything. Yeah.
And don't forget Vote Monday every
Vote
week.
Monday. Every
yeah.
Monday there's a new song. Yeah.
Hey, thank you so much for coming on.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. The next song we'll be reviewing today is called Linux or Mind by De4th Th3 Kidd, and it's produced by Santana, who's a really good producer. And if you want to make ambient or Clams Casino type songs, please go check his stuff out.
My mind got me ready to break now, feeling the shakes now, feeling she shake now, ready to rage out, feeling the weight now, feeling the plate now, smoking the egg down. My mind got me ready to break now, feeling the shakes now, feeling she shake now, ready to rage out, feeling the weight now, feeling the plate now, smoking the egg down.
Personally, myself, I feel like the vocals could be like a tad bit like louder.
No, your rapping and flow are super clean. It's kind of nice to see vocals like this on an ambient Clams Casino type beat.
Hell yeah.
Never chase a bitch, never break your grind. All that bullshit, I know it takes your mind to a place where you can't even fantasize, and then it pains your mind side to side, subtract, divide, and then you head to your 9 to 5, your 5 to 9, and then they wonder why. My mind got me ready to break now, feeling the shake now, feeling she shake now, ready to break down, feeling the weight now.
The song could have used some better dynamics all around. You had the same tone and flow throughout the entire song.
A little variety. I'm agreeing with you.
And it would definitely be cool to see you use like a different rapping style or singing mixed in with your deep rapping voice in the same song. The vocals are really muddy and almost blend in with the bass from the beat. So try removing some of the low end or add a very light high pass filter just to give the vocals a more crisp sound. But really, I would make sure just to look at the EQ and remove any low end that's fighting with the beat or other elements of the song, and that'll kind of help clear up that muddiness.
Overall, I stand on what I say about it being really well, and overall, keep creating, man.
I like the Michael Myers mask.
Appreciate it, dog. That's my angel right there. That's my guardian type shit.
Yeah. Who are we with today? What is your name? What do you do?
What's good? I'm De4th Th3 Kidd. I go by like other names. My homies call me like Nilex. I like to call myself D3K. I was born in Virginia Beach, but I'm currently now like in Maryland. I'm 21. Just turned 21 actually like a couple weeks ago.
Happy belated.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Yeah, bro. I like to make like a lot of all like types of music type shit. So, you know what I mean? But I do really like the ambient, like cloud type music type shit, like Bones, like Xavier Wolf, that type stuff. You know what I mean?
You submitted your song Linux Mind. So today we just kind of want to get some insight what it's about.
Okay. It's really just about like your mind, really, for real. Because you know, I always write about stuff that I'm going through in a sense, you know, for other people to relate. But like, I feel like nowadays it's so easy to get caught up in your head. I kind of really just wanted to write a song about just being in that mental space on a daily basis. The hook, you know, my mind got me ready to break now, you know, feeling the shakes. It's kind of like my mind got me ready to, you know, do shit to myself, or, you know what I mean, think things that, you know, aren't the best thoughts, you know what I mean? And then it's like it leads to the anxiety, which got me, you know what I mean, shaking. And then I smoke. So, you know what I mean? I smoke to calm that shit down. So it's really, what really inspired that song is just to like give an insight on what it's like to like live with, you know what I mean, just so much going on in your head without nobody knowing.
So throughout the song, What do you think are some of the more important or memorable lyrics that listeners should look out for?
I just can't decipher like which verse of the song I would say is the hardest, but I truly think the second verse is the one that people should like kind of look out for because it's fighting in my temple trying to stay alive, fighting in your brain trying to keep yourself afloat. You know what I mean? Because it's like you could really just get swallowed by your negative thoughts and lead you to do things that you can't take back. Fighting off the dead like a Shangri-La, people coming back from your past, you know what I mean? Because it's like you're at a point in your life that you trying to move on, you trying to do better shit, and it's just like people that didn't do good by your side is just like keep trying to come back on some shit. And for people listening to that shit, definitely open your ears up to the second verse.
Going back to like the psychological analysis and like anxiety and things to do with that and stuff like that. It's like people can always resonate with that. If you have a lot of deep substance within, like the intent, what you put into your music is, I see you're cautious with your craft, and authentic and real. I fuck with that.
Were there any inspirations for this song specifically? Like, how did you go about finding the instrumental?
As far as the beat, like I was saying, I just like gravitate so heavy towards like atmospheric beats or just like cloud wave, like the cloud rap, like the samples. I'm really big on like samples and thing like that. So it was just one of them days where it was just like, yo, I got like so much shit going on in my mind right now, bro. It's like I gotta get it out some way, you know what I mean? And I want people to feel the same way. So I kind of had that intent when I was looking for the beat. And then when I had found the beat, I was just like, it's just one of those things where it's like you hear the beat and it's just like boom, like you already got the song written, all that shit.
You're about to make a banger when that shit feels like fate.
All right, so are there any final thoughts you have for us today?
Just want to say thank y'all, bro, for real. I appreciate y'all having me up here. I really fuck with what y'all doing, bro. Like, for real. Especially in the underground scene, you know what I mean? There's not a lot of people or pages or even, groups like y'all that are trying to, shine a spotlight on rising artists, for real.
Absolutely. No, it's
Thank
our
you,
pleasure,
bro.
seriously. Why don't you shout yourself out, all your social medias, SoundCloud, Spotify, etc. Let the people know.
I'm De4th Kidd. Y'all can find me on IG at def.3k, DE4TH.3K. Y'all can find me on TikTok at Kid Def. Y'all can find me on Twitter at Popcorn Player. And you know what I mean? There's definitely gonna be more music out. Make sure y'all stay tuned, man.
We're excited to see what you do, man.
I appreciate that, bro.
So the next song we're going to be reviewing today is called Demons by Kaji.
Kaji,
yeah. This is a friend of Young Moon. So it's good to see you guys.
You've been on my mind since the show. Heart gets damaged and I lose control. Where were you when I need you most? Girl, I never should've gotten so close. Stuck in my head on patrol. None of these hoes understand what I'm on. Pills on my system, I'm fighting for consciousness. Used to have empathy, but I just lost my shit.
Yeah, I'm liking it. I like how he switched it up. I like how he eased into it. It was like a real melodic intro, and then he chopped it up. Now he's going into it, talking like his shit, and like I fuck with this really like heavy. I like it a lot.
Oh man, yeah, we've had some really, really, really talented vocalists today, and again, I'm really impressed with your singing, especially how you stayed in the correct pitch when you sped your voice up right after the chorus. So really nice job there.
So deceiving, all these hoes leave me in the dirt. We ain't even together, but you made me feel the right. So I'm free, man, from these demons.
The progression of this song was definitely my favorite so far today. I kind of mentioned this before, but I really like the transition from the first chorus to the first verse. The switch in flow, it kind of matched the pace of the beat, which made it exciting to listen to. But similar to the last track we reviewed, think your vocals would benefit from removing some of the low end. I was having trouble understanding what you were saying in parts of the song. This is an issue that I used to have when I first started making music. Many people have it. It's not a rare thing or a rare problem to have. But again, it's important to recognize that listeners are going to want to relate to your songs and what you have to say. So it's important to have crisp, clean vocals so they can understand your message within, the first listen or two, right?
Absolutely. Overall, even with like the mixing stuff, I agree. Like, I feel like it definitely could be improved, but I didn't even peep like the muddiness. Like overall, I want to say he's on a good he's in a good spot and he just needs to keep moving forward. Like, I liked it a lot. It was really cool. Keep submitting your songs, guys. You guys are doing really well. Like, I'm actually like getting excited about underground music again. And like, I mean, I'm always excited about underground music, but just like, it makes it a little more interactive, you know?
Who are we with today?
You are with Kaji, leader and founder of Death Reserve's music group.
And you
Shout out
submitted
to
your
Kaji.
song Demons to the page. So today
Yes,
we
sir.
just want to get a little background on the song, have you tell us a little bit about it.
Honestly, it's mostly about my trials and tribulations with addiction, and also kind of being caught, like love struck in a sense, and not really knowing how to prioritize your needs, and kind of just being stuck in your head and trying to numb it out with substances.
So are there any important or memorable lyrics throughout the song that you should point out?
Pills in my system, I'm fighting for consciousness. I've had a few overdoses. I don't have any memory of them. My family is the one that had to go through that. You know, they had to witness it and actually be there for it. So that's kind of probably the most important bar in that song for me.
With the theme of talking about substance abuse and stuff like that in the music, how does that reflect upon your life today? Are you clean, or are you still struggling with that? Is this still an occurring struggle?
It's a daily struggle. I'm attempting to, you know, it's easier said than done.
That's cool that that you're taking such a hard time in this struggle right now and putting it into the music, and it's actively reflecting. With making this song, what was your intent here? Is this kind of to, I assume, like to spread awareness, or was this just to talk about your
Truly,
personal experience?
it's mostly just to speak about my experience and use that song as an outlet for what I was going through at the time.
With this song, I want to talk about maybe inspirations either to your lyricism or to the sound of the song, the overall ambiance.
For me, it's always been about producing an original sound. I have inspirations like Lil Peep, Bones, Baker Your Maker, but my goal is to sound one in my own. It's always been about producing an original sound, having it being something that you haven't necessarily heard before. You may have heard similar things, but I've been able to capture my own sound, and that's what that's all about.
Did you produce the song yourself, or did you find a beat online?
Yeah, this was produced by the Ashanka Boy.
That's awesome, though. You come from a really vulnerable place with this song, especially because of the reality of drug addiction and stuff.
Yes,
It's
sir.
a dark and also hard topic to talk about. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, man, beyond of what all 20 said, I respect you for coming off personable and vulnerable, and also not copying other artists who are also personable and vulnerable in their work, because it's easy
Yes,
to
sir.
it's easy to fall over that line. I think you're a great individual and a great artist.
So last thing today, why don't you shout yourself out, let the world know your name, your social media, Spotify, all of that.
Yeah, I'm Kaji. I'm the leader, founder of Death Reserves, repping the Death Reserves merch. My group consists of me, Chaos, Young Moon, which is one of the people that you've interviewed. I work very hard on my music. It's a part of me. It's a huge part of me in my life. For me, my music is an outlet, not just for me, but for those who are going through similar or the same experience.
They can find you online just by Kaji everywhere.
It's soundcloud.com/KAJINOHARA, Kaji Nohara. And you can find me on social media by Instagram /StuckInSchool with 3 O's. It's got 3 O's. One thing I forgot to shout out is on January 13th at the Veterans Memorial Building in Hollister, California, we're going to be having our first concert.
Thank you for
Likewise.
coming on again.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
So the last song we're going to be reviewing today is actually an instrumental. It's called The Relaxing End, and it's by Cowbell Christ, which is really Crota. If you don't know who Crota is, he's
Shout out
producing
Crota.
in the scene. Unfortunately, we couldn't get him to do an interview today because I honestly had no clue who this was, and I couldn't find their social medias. Yesterday, Mikey tells me that this is Crota's alter ego, and it was a little too late by then. But maybe we'll get him on one day.
You can find more out about that at the Cult of Personality pod, where I've interviewed Crota twice.
I'll go ahead and drop that link in the description. So if you want an interview with Crota or Cowbell Christ, go check that out. It'll be in the description. With that being said, let's get to the song, The Relaxing End by Cowbell Christ.
It feels like I'm in a video game, like a video game soundtrack. It's really cool.
I'll start by saying I'm not an expert on funk. I don't know shit about funk, but I think the choice of drums worked really well with this beat. Let me give you an example. The snare is like much softer than other funk tracks I've heard. I think it kind of complements the rest of the beat because it has a slower tempo, but I'm not an expert on funk. I think your overall mixing was pretty good. I would have raised the volume of the hats a bit. It would make the beat sound more full. The choice of drums worked well. I said that before. But you could have added open hats, crashes, or a harder hitting hi-hat because it was really soft. The cowbell melody that you added with the Memphis sample, it was kind of about a minute into the song. I did like that. But the main synth, the one that runs the whole song, it was really flat and repetitive. And now that's not a bad thing inherently, given like the other additions, but it would have been nice to see you switch up that melody or add like some variation to it.
I like the little sample that he brought into with the little Memphis sample or whatever. That was really cool. I guess like funk, like, you know, like the whole like culture that is tied to it, like racing and shit. I feel like it should be like in a racing game.
It could be on GTA radio.
Facts. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Facts.
But good job, Crota.
That was awesome. This was a really good episode. I really enjoyed every single listen, like every single song.
Yeah, no, seriously, y'all are getting better at this stuff. Oh, y'all are getting good. Y'all might just do something. Hey, we're gonna keep growing. It's gonna be a slow grow, but yeah, we got the Christmas tree. Getting ready for the holidays. Happy holidays to everybody. Thank you so much again for, you know, all your support on the website with this whole scene, Mikeymcchoppa's podcast, The Cult of Personality. Thank you for all this. Thank you for your help, Mikey. We'll do another one soon. Find me on Instagram at Twenyohthree. Find the Heymish page at Heymish Underground.
Before I sign off, I just want to say thank you for letting me be a part of like this Heymish Underground, like helping the music, helping the community in through the music and all this shit. All my stuff, Mikeymcchoppa, you can find me at Mikeymcchoppa, Mikeymcchoppa. And you can find the Cult of Personality podcast on Instagram at the Cult of Personality podcast. Also on YouTube and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure it's the same at. And yeah, man.
All that will be linked in the description of the video. Peace out, guys.
Peace.